Thank you very much. Kenyans spoke when they made the new constitution that there must be a civilian oversight on the role of the police. And Kenyans created IPOA as a constitutional independent office to be able to look at any complaints the civilians will have while in coming in contact with the Kenya police. My client, Mr. Gaido, and in totality, my clients, the media, are aggrieved that one of their own was trailed from his home by people who looked suspicious. With the commando-style maneuvers of the vehicles on the road. And he had to make a very fast decision to drive to a police station, current police station, which is the sanctuary of every Kenyan, the safest place anybody who feels his life is threatened runs to. Still, the police followed him and manhandled my client. He has recorded as no-be at current police station. I was summoned. I was attending a funeral service of the late Justice Majanja. I came and advised my client and the media fraternity that the sanctuary of that complaint should be at the IPOA. We have full confidence on the powers and the capacity for IPOA to deal with this matter. And we are appealing to every Kenyan as a form of civic education that any complaint against the police should be forwarded to the officers of IPOA. Especially at this time, we have quite a number of skirmishes involving the police and citizens. My urge is to assure the citizens that there is a solution you created in the Constitution, and that solution is IPOA, funded by you taxpayers, funded by the Kenyans, at no cost. You can approach IPOA, launch your complaint, and I'll attest that I have more than 20, 30 files forwarded to IPOA of my clients, and they have been resolved. So get that confidence, and the media kindly pass this message to the Kenyans that whether in any remote part of the country, anywhere in this country, IPOA's jurisdiction is national. We expect that within its mandate, we will get a fast solution to the culprits who injured a senior citizen, a senior journalist, a face well known. The police on their official Twitter handle are saying they mistook, it was a mistaken identity to arrest Gaido. Our complaint Madam Chair, is not only on the mistaken identity, whether it was the propaganda, the manner in which the arrest was conducted. My client, Madam Chair, has injuries, very grave injuries, that we will be showing I pour. The manner of arrest, the type of force that was applied to somebody who is in a car, in a police station, did not warrant such type of brute force. The Kenya police, then as a force, Kenyan said it should turn to be a service. And we have the full trust that with IPOA's intervention, the service that Kenyans expected the police to be will be attained. We believe that this will be the turning point for changing the police to do what the law provides for them to do. On behalf of the media fraternity, the leadership of the media fraternity that is present, by them coming to the offices at the headquarters of IPOA, is an endorsement that they have the full confidence that this entity created by the public, the citizens of this public, will be able to stamp its foot and give one, Mashere Gaido justice, two, bring an end to this open violation of the fundamental human rights that the police are doing. We are not saying the police are guilty. We have come to the investigator to investigate what happened, that is IPOA. If indeed violations were done, as we have shown the previous bodily harm occasioned on our client, then the file to be forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecution urgently, because this is a matter of national interest. This is a matter of international interest. We shall be moving, if I'm instructed by the leadership of the media fraternity, to issue a strike notice for demonstration in regard to the number of journalists who have been injured in the whole country. Yesterday, a journalist with the Media Max K24 was shot while he on duty, dressed in the official regalia for the media, carrying the media badges. That cannot go unpunished. We shall also be launching that complaint shortly, and very many complaints from the media that the people who are the fourth estate have faced the wrath of the police. So we shall not only be reporting one matter. The leadership of the Media Council, the Editors Guild, and the others will be putting a claim to you. It is our onerous task that we have brought before you, but we have confidence that you will be able to solve this problem on behalf of the 55 million Kenyans who depend on the media to know exactly where their country is going, what the country wants to do, and what is the solution for the country. Thank you very much. Unless the media personality, the president, can also say one word.
Maybe before we allow them allow questions, we can hear the compliment.
Yes, again, my name is Neferia Gaido. It is true that this morning, shortly after I left home, I was intercepted by an unmarked car by people in plain clothes. They tried to pull me out of the car, but I did not know who they were. As far as I knew, they could have been criminals. So I refused to get out of the car, and I resisted, and my son, who was driving, managed to drive away. We went to Karen police station to seek help, but we were followed into Karen police station, and I was violently bundled into a car by those same people who I could not identify, and they did not identify themselves, and driven away. For me, that was a case of abduction. But after about 10 minutes or so, or 15, they stopped. They had some of their own conversations and drove me back to Karen police station. Still, they had not identified themselves. And when I asked them to identify themselves, they refused. Instead, they were slapping me for resisting arrest. And I told them, as far as I know, I'm not resisting arrest, because you are not police officers unless you identify yourselves. At Karen police station, that is when they told me, oh, it was a case of mistaken identity, which of course is a ridiculous thing. But before I went home, I insisted on reporting a crime, which I did. It is in the occurrence book. The next thing was to record a statement. But I was advised by my lawyer, the police will not investigate themselves, so I should come and report it here. And that is why I have come to IPOA. It is well known why IPOA was established as an independent civilian body to regulate the police. But I also know that since this government came to power, it has often trashed the work of IPOA. We know that the National Police Service has been resisting and defying IPOA. And we hope that this time IPOA will assert itself. We do expect justice. I would not add to what my lawyer has said, but we do expect that if indeed those who are police officers, they will be arrested, all of them, and made to bear individual responsibility. But it does not stop there. There is something called command responsibility. Those who sent them out to arrest a citizen in a brutal, illegal manner, and I am not mincing words, the Inspector General of Police, or the Acting Inspector General, the Director of DCI must also be made to bear responsibility and called to account. And it does not stop there. That is command responsibility within the police service. There is also command responsibility within the government or within the political system. Those who are encouraging officers to act illegally, to brutalize citizens, must also be called to account. We expect nothing less. Finally, I would just like to thank those who rallied to my support. First of all, my family. Because if they had not raised the alarm in good time, I don't know where those people would have taken me. We have heard of people being abducted illegally and not seen again, or bodies found in quarries. My family did a great job raising the alarm from the moment it happened and recording what they could. I'd like to thank members of the media fraternity, the leadership of the Kenya Editors Guild, Kenya Union of Journalists, and others who also spread the word and came in solidarity to Karen police station, plus all the other individuals and institutions which rallied to my support. And I hope that there is a silver lining in this thing, that whoever is responsible for this kind of thing, it is no longer about an individual called Macharia Gaitho. That these things, these illegal abductions, will stop from today, from now on, and that no other Kenyan will ever be subjected to terrorism of that nature. Thank you very much.
Leadership.
It's better to
The president.
that's okay. Or you can, or she can. I don't know whether you kneel down.
Can you get a...
You're live.
You can get a seat. Ama niketi tu hapa Mash, usimame kidogo. Asante sana IPOA kutukaribisha katika afisi zenu. Kwa majina ni Zubeida Kananu, rais wa Kenya Editors Guild. Hapa nina wenzangu kutoka Kenya Editors Guild. Tuko na Martin Masai, he's a council member, he's a trustee and also a trustee and also chair of the ethics committee at the Kenya Editors Guild. I'm also with Millicent Awar. She's the council member for TV. Ruth Nasoba, my mind is like, it's really traumatizing. It's a tough day for us as a media industry. Ruth Nasoba, she works for BBC. She's the vice president of Kenya Editors Guild. Ken Bosire is the program officer at Kenya Editors Guild. And with us also is Eric Odwar. He's the KUG, Secretary General, Kenya Union of Journalists. So tunasema asante sana, mtusamehe kwa sababu siku yetu leo imeanza mapema sana. Tulianza bunge kwa sababu yesterday we received complaints from our colleagues kwamba wamezuiwa kuingia bungeni. And we were happy that PSC, led by Speaker Wetangula and Speaker of Senate Jefferson Kingi, hosted us today. You know, because tumehisi kwamba umefika wakati kila mmoja anajaribu kunyamazisha media. Pande zote kila wakati tunataka kuangazia taarifa, kila mmoja anajaribu njia zote kunyamazisha media. And we are happy that we had a fruitful conversation with Parliament this morning. And I hear they've sent a statement. We're going to check it out. Because we have to put an end to this. Media ni lazima iruhusiwe kufanya kazi yake. Kwa sababu tukitoka nje, we knew from day one, from when I joined media, that we are safe with the police. Even when we are covering protests, you know, tunajua kwamba tukienda nao, mara nyingi we've been embedded. We've gone to Somalia, we've gone to Rift Valley, we've gone everywhere. But it got to a point where they now see us as the enemy, you know. Our journalists have been targeted, not once, not twice, and we kept reporting. We went to DPP, we went to IG. There's a day we engaged the PS, Interior, but nothing is being done about it. To date, we are waiting for action to be taken against the police officer who attacked our journalist. who were covering the protest by Azimio wameketi tu kwa gari, but just a police officer out of nowhere decides to attack them while they're inside that car. To date, we've been following up that case, but nothing has been done. The other day we saw our colleagues being attacked, wote wanashambuliwa na tear gas canisters. Tuliona hata mwanahabari kutoka KBC akimwagiliwa hiyo maji ya water cannon. Just yesterday, we issued statements against the journalist from Nakuru who was shot at. Tunashindwa, makosa yetu ni gani kama wanahabari? Emmanuel Oto from Citizen was also attacked yesterday. Aligongwa na tear gas canister. To mention but a few. Even our journalists from international media, CNN, wao pia walikuwa attacked jana. And